Hey fellow Terrarians, so as per your recent multiple requests, here's a world tour for you. So yes, we abandoned this world and we finished the summer playthrough, but you guys you're asking to see this world in detail and give some explanation, so I'll do that. And I'm also going to show you another world which is, in my opinion, a lot more developed and it should serve as a better representation, even though they're both extreme. One is underdeveloped and the other one is overdeveloped. So this one, you already know, this is the spawn area with all the stations, storage, all the crafting, alchemy, so plant farm. So this is all pretty straightforward. There's just a few NPC dwellings. So this is pretty much kind of on the go, right? So nothing really over invested. And right here, right on top, right, so on the left side here, you see that was the old one army, right? So I started building more nice looking houses, but quickly abandoned this. This was supposed to be a more creative project, but I didn't realize how easy we're gonna blast through the content and so on. So here what you see is a quick fix for corruption spread, because unfortunately with all my pre-hard mode it didn't help. Okay, so corruption appeared right underneath the spawn area, and normally you would at least create, dig tunnels around your spawn zone, and it would help prevent. So in my case, I had to do it in hard mode, because pre-hard mode all of this was clean. So I didn't really expect corruption to appear right underneath the base, right? So I had to actually right after noticing, I had to create. So you see here, pre-hard mode, I identified and isolated all 3 corruption zones, right? And they were contained perfectly. Okay, so what I did not expect that corruption would spawn in hard mode. Well, obviously you expect it to spawn, but what I didn't expect it to spawn right here. So basically right around here. So, and that would kind of mess things up a little bit for me. So, and usually what I would say, you should, at least for all your main areas, you should dig tunnels like this, right? So I had to do it in hard mode, but that's fine. It was a quick fix just to avoid, bigger mess. And so once you do that pre-hard mode, you're safe, okay, for the most part. Okay, so this is the underground gem tree farm. I only needed amber, so these are all amber trees, right? So and why amber? Because mostly for create potions, but actually you don't need that many. If just playing solo, it would be very little. You need probably 10 trees and you're good. And this is our underground mimic farm that also is in underground jungle, right? Biome for spawn rates increase. Right, so that's one, and also it served us another purpose, fighting Plantera, obviously. And this area is actually created specifically to spawn Plantera bulbs. Yes, you can spawn them artificially wherever you want, as long as it's underground or cavern layer jungle. Okay, so, and this is the exit that you can use to trick Plantera in her second phase, right? So just avoid putting any blocks around, because Plantera can grab into those, right? So you need to go into as high as you can and away from her. Okay, so basically, and these are simple 2 dwelling kind of structures for just have pylons active and for fishing biomes, obviously. This is the jungle one. There is another one. So this is Hollow, and Hollow is this area is used to primarily farm prismatic lacewings, right? So to summon Empress of Light. This is desert. So again, these are very simple. This is actually what you do when you don't play long runs, right? So if you're doing a quick run, then that's enough, right? So, and this is our Duke Fisherman farm, as you can see, which was quite successful in the end. Didn't really need to use much asphalt, except for the first kill, probably first maybe 1 or 2. So this is good. So this farm is actually pretty simple. On the right side, right ocean is used, if you remember, we used for Blood Moon fishing, so to summon Dread Nautilus. This is how we got the Sanguine Bats, and the leftmost part was used to summon pirate invasions, and this is how we got everything else from the pirates. Okay, so this got destroyed in the process. I don't remember, at some point I dismantled part of the platforms. It should extend all the way to the shore. So anyway, again, if you look at it, it's all very basic and very simple. There's nothing fancy about any of these. They're not invested. So, and mainly it's not because I didn't want to do that. It's mainly because there was so much power that we had that we really didn't need any extra time investments to improve our situation in any way. So I mean, I was really surprised that Summoner was doing so well. Okay, so this is something I always recommend doing regardless which run it is, except for speed runs, of course. So this is a sky train kind of road, at least one straight line. This is where we fought Emperor's Flight. So here you have the cultists. We're right above the dungeon, and these few platform rows pretty much used for one thing: summon different. So you can use Skeletron here, but fight Skeletron in pre-hard mode. But in hard mode, we used it for Pumpkin Moon, and probably will use it for Frost Moon as well. So this is just for quick farms. Again, this is assuming you have so much power that you're just confident you can survive. I mean, these are the most basic farms. So nothing was done in the dungeon. Dungeon proved to be safe with the whip, so that's why. And nothing was done in underground ice. Usually you would do that, but I did not this time because, again, didn't care about turtle shells, didn't care about frozen shields or any accessories or any items that can drop in any of those biomes, and so on and so forth. That's why we skipped all that, because we pretty much skipped a lot of content with the power we had with the whip and obsidian armor. And that is the reason why this world, I consider it under prepared, right? So for hard mode, simply because of the extra power that we had, right? So during that round, that's why even the only thing that was done actually is containing the corruption, which failed, right? And the second, locating the underground, the Lizardman Temple, because this actually makes things much easier in hard mode. And the Underworld, again, this is more of a speedrunner's approach. Just put a row of platforms or solid blocks, and this one was pretty short. I think it's like 1,000 blocks. Obviously speedrunners use even less, but this is pretty short for master mode especially, right? And as on the left side you see the Crimson biome. So we created it because corruption is the world, right? So the world evil, so we needed Crimson to get some Crimson mimics spawn, and also obviously for Ichor farming. So again, you can do all of that, so you don't have to use the 516-2020, the Drunk World seed. You can do it in any seed to mix two different evils. It just takes a little more effort, right? So even here you can summon Brain of Cthulhu. You just need to spawn mushrooms of the corresponding mushrooms and vertebra, farm vertebra, and then create your summon. Okay, now guys, I'm gonna show you the second world. I started showing you one element from this world previously, just the central base, but there are so many other things that can provide some insight, both to going creative and also doing preparing for hard mode. So there's quite a few interesting things here. Well, there's some creative stuff, right? Like this bridge, for example, and some of my teammates were actually spending a lot of time here, going ballistic pretty much with building new things, designing, engineering, and so on and so forth. And yeah, again, kudos to them. It's a major thing. So here you see a double elevator, right? So but there's actually it's even I think there is a Hoik system that is supposed to go with it at some point. Maybe we'll see. So this Cavern Base I already showed in one of my videos, so you can take in a closer look if you wish. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. Just basically, this is a centralized storage / fishing / hideout facility / farming particular elements from different biomes. So this can be really helpful during events when you need to just retreat and do some crafting, do some fishing, and so on. Now this is a very nice Underworld Base. So someone again from the team built it, and very nice looking structure. I like it very much. So it ties well into the whole Underworld theme and blends perfectly. So this is one of, and again, this is why Terraria is such an amazing game. There are builders, there are engineers, there are fighters. You can do whatever you want. You can explore the world in so many ways. It's essentially an endless realm of possibilities. So you just unleash your creativity and follow your desire, and you can actually do anything pretty much. Okay, so let's keep going. There's a few more things I would like to show you here, both creative and engineered masterpieces as well. So here we have a farm. So this is one of the classic, pretty much underground / cavern layer farms. So mob farms, pretty much. So it's designed in a way that nothing spawns underneath. Spawn rates are increased, and only mobs spawning will be spawning above you on both sides of the player, pretty much. So, and they will be drawn towards the player and end up in the lava. So you can actually use this concept for any level, right? So here you see, so only so this below the area is free from any spawns, and nothing spawns above, and only these areas on the right and on the left will spawn mobs. And in case of underground biomes, you only have slimes pretty much, and then in hard mode you're gonna have sludge, and you have possessed armor and mimics. So this can be actually used effectively to farm mimics. So we have another one like this here, which is more for cavern layer farm. So here you can farm additional mobs in hard mode. Okay, so this can be also modified, altered to farm evil biomes as well. So, and again, this approach is very simple. You just go based on the spawn, the length that is required, the minimal and maximum length that is required for mobs to spawn. Alright guys, the jungle base. The jungle base is amazing here. As you can see, this is one of the recent creations, and people working on it. Kudos to them. Really, it looks amazing, and love it absolutely. Everything merges together in a perfect way with the theme of the jungle. This is good. This is perfect. Okay, so yeah, but I think we missed one part here, because there is also, yeah, there is a farm. Okay, let's go check it out. Underneath it there must be a plant farm. Let's see, a proper herb farm, I think. Yes, look, not only you have so much, like all of the planter boxes, right, structured in a perfect way. There's enough light, there is enough. There's also blocks around of corresponding color, themed together in a way that, yeah, you can never be mistaken what you're about to harvest and where. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. Again, this can be an overkill, but maybe an overkill in your world. It depends whether or not you're gonna keep your world for long. So here you have the underground desert farm, and I think it's cavern layer actually. So it's the same idea, same structure, but for desert creatures, right? So for hard mode, pre-hard mode, it really is not needed much. Okay guys, so, and this is not all. There is a lot more in this that was created and added to this map, both in terms of farms and also in terms of preparations for hard mode. In here guys is an enchanted forest. Another interesting creation added to the map, to the world, and all things like that make your entire experience a lot more vibrant and you know, deep. All right, so carry on. So this is the jungle. So this we already saw, and I think there is another farm right here. If we continue straight down, yes. There we go. So this could be used for farming. Oh, right. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I had to bail out because that turned into a Torch God event. That's not all, guys. Though we have lots of different farms here. Look at this. So first, on the left, right, and above, so you can see multiple tree farms here. So trees corresponding to different biomes. And so I think at this point we have pretty much trees of every biome. And we have a sky train, of course, so railroad going across the entire world, pretty much, not the entire world, but at least half a world, I think. And so there is another big farm right here. There you go. So this farm is highly efficient for blood moon farming, so AFK farms, basically. Again, so it's a micro jungle right next to us, but jungle mobs don't spawn, but jungle spawn rates apply. So at night, if this is a blood moon event, you're gonna have lots and lots of those dribblers and blood zombies and bride and groom and whatnot. Alright, keep going, and here is just a basic fishing spot, followed by another interesting concept, a vault, money vault, a bank, I guess, with a vault. And see, there's even an interesting attempt to make a code like opening. Okay, I see there's a tombstone. Apparently some teammates were fighting each other for the access to the vault, and this is amazing. I mean, it's an interesting concept. I don't think it's complete, but yeah, someone killed someone else with the, yeah. that's funny. Okay, yeah, that's and this is another farm. This one is highly efficient in hard mode to farm ice golems. So you can get your ice feather, you can get your ice core, frozen core, and this is great. So this farm should work well in hard mode. Okay, now let's continue. This is not all. I think there is more stuff here on the right. Yeah, there's a, yeah. So this is another interesting creation. So mostly farm for different purposes. So you can summon bosses here. You can, yeah, this is pretty interesting. I don't think it's particularly useful, but it's definitely interesting. Okay, so this one is a farm, Eater of Souls, and also Eater of Worlds. Okay, let's carry on. I think we're by the dungeon now. Yes, we're right above the dungeon. Oh, and another interesting concept here. So someone was building a hideout with a lot of storage in the roof. Yeah, that's nice. That's neat. Okay, there you go. So the dungeon. So the dungeon is still in the work in progress. We don't have a farm inside, but we do have a farm above it. So that was used for Skeletron, but I don't think it's super effective because there are some solid blocks. It should all be platforms. Still, we used it and we succeeded. I think we killed Skeletron first try. Okay, so this is, by the way, Master Mode World. Alright, so another interesting farm. This is for those of you guys who need the most powerful ranger weapons, right? So if you're going this Fallen Stars route, then this is for you. Okay, so it's not just a railroad across the entire world, it's also a farm. So Fallen Star farm, basically. You can AFK roll here 24/7, leave your character because it's a multiplayer, it's an online server 24/7, and you can just collect hundreds upon hundreds of stars. However, I think the intention here is to go one step beyond and turn the top layer of solid blocks into hoiks. And this way you can actually AFK collect stars without any worries. Alright, so let's continue, there is more. Okay, so on the left side here, left ocean, this is a palm tree farm and also seashell farm, so as it appears, as both are spawning in numbers here, which is quite interesting. Alright, continue. This is another one, and right underneath we have another farm. This is, I believe that's coral farm, yes, and that is actually quite needed. Coral is needed for potion of sonar potion, for example. And there you go, another interesting dwelling on the shore. We have that small little boat there, and I think that's about it, guys, in terms of farms. Obviously the dungeon and the underground ice still would require some additional preparation. But for the most part, this world is, I would say it's an overkill. It's just because we're having fun and, you know, we intend to keep this world for a long time. So yes, it makes sense to invest and, you know, unleash your creativity and do some stuff outside of just, you know, checklist of preparations. Okay, so but if you're looking at the basic prep, then this is maybe an overkill. Well, I hope you guys liked the video and get some insights, some ideas, and let me know. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video.